Hey everyone, welcome back to your week ahead astrology breakdown with me, Matthew from Stillwater Alchemy. So, we're coming off the heels of a very intense weekend. So, today we're going to be looking ahead at October 11th through 17th. And if you want that retrospective look to see how the days unfolded, you can watch our video from last week detailing everything that went on, because this weekend people were feeling it with that triple conjunction, Mercury retrograde, Mars and the sun in Libra. And then we also had the moon, Venus and South Node in Sagittarius. So a lot of releasing, a lot of purging, a lot of hard conversations, or just intense energy was flying about. So if you're feeling tired or exhausted, please know that you're not alone. And a lot of times when that integration is taking place, physically, mentally, or spiritually, your body needs time to rest. So take it, especially looking ahead at the forecast for this week. Monday and Tuesday are the days to get grounded so that we can enjoy the rest of the really beautiful aspects that we have going on. And the one through line that I just want to implore you to assess is, what does freedom mean to you? What is financial freedom? What is freedom in relationships, freedom in marriage, commitment, your health, your community? Because now we have Venus in the sign of Sagittarius, which I very strongly link with the notion of freedom and exploration. And all week, the Venus that we have currently in Sagittarius is making a sextile to Saturn, which is now direct. And we're really going to see that both of these planets can help one another, given that a sextile is a very benevolent aspect when two planets are within 60 degrees of one another. So it might be that all of your hard work is being recognized with Saturn getting that nice influence from Venus, or a new relationship or a new mindset around your self-worth, love, beauty is now being solidified. You're now creating that structure that Venus gets aid from Saturn. So it can manifest in beautiful ways or both ways. And I really want you to just always come back to that. What does freedom mean to me? Is my freedom being expressed and embraced? Or is there some work for me to do around what that means for me? And maybe there may have opportunities throughout the week for you to explore that and to embrace it fully. So if we pull up the chart for this week, again, reminding everyone that we're currently based in Toronto, so I'm using Eastern Standard Time. But we start off the week with the moon in Sagittarius making a sextile to Jupiter. So I think this is very fitting. The first word that comes to mind is joy and gratitude, especially with Sagittarius and Aquarius energies predominantly in play. And like I said, we have Thanksgiving here in Canada. So it's honestly the perfect time to start off the week with the mindset that everything is already working out in your favor. All the blessings are already yours. Ground the week in gratitude and watch all of that just flow through. The moon will be transitioning into Capricorn around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when we get to Tuesday, there is a more pragmatic approach, and you're going to want to use that time to set the foundation, to set the structure and wrap up any loose ends, because we do have the moon making a square to Mercury retrograde. So there may be something that comes up, or you're really wanting to be strong and pragmatic and work hard, but you don't have all the information yet, or something came across your desk. You're like, now I have to deal with this before I can move on to that. And that kind of energy of unexpected news or something that randomly comes up is also further amplified with the moon making a making a trine to Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So we have the moon kind of having both messenger type energies on Tuesday. And I kind of laugh because, like, it could be a missing piece of the puzzle or just something that you've been waiting for, but it's almost like I just wish I could receive this news at any other time, because right now I'm so focused on this. Like Capricorn is such a diligent, pragmatic energy, but with all these other external noises or information, it could feel like it's derailing you from just wanting to focus on a specific task. But remember, now with Mars and the Sun in those later degrees of Libra, they're both going to be making applied trines to Jupiter. So there still is all this beautiful air energy helping us. And so I've been saying this since the start of Libra season, that our mind, our mindset, our breath work, gratitude, meditation, if you can have control over your mind and not allowing your mind to have control over you, if you get deterred with a delayed message or something unexpected crossing your desk or your phone or your email, it's not going to have that great effect where you can almost just look back and giggle at all of it, right? It's not going to derail you emotionally as hard. So taking Monday and Tuesday to get grounded is going to save you in the long run. And when we move to Wednesday, this is beautiful because now we have the exact sextile between Venus and Saturn. And now the moon is conjunct Pluto. So this can really amplify everything for those of you who are seeing the fruits of your labor multiplying and coming to the surface for harvest. You may feel so overjoyed or so emotional. There may also be the temptation, or you're just going to focus in on the one thing that could be better. So everyone all around you is like, this is amazing, you should be so happy. And you're like, yeah, no, but like, this wasn't what I wanted. And no one else is looking at that little tiny crack in this beautiful portrait or this giant sculpture. Don't get lost in the minute details of, it could have been better, I should have done this. Just enjoy and allow this moon Pluto energy to enlarge, or to just enjoy the blessings and honor how far you've come. And there really could be a massive level up that you feel on Wednesday, whether it's physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, all of the above. And it could just be overwhelming that all the hard work that you put in is now coming to fruition, and it's a lot, and you want to enjoy it, and just kind of knowing where to direct that energy could be on the forefront. And we also have the moon making that separating square from the sun. So it's kind of, again, heart versus head, and making sure that we're balancing our energy accordingly. Because when we get to Thursday, I'm kind of feeling like Wednesday is a massive win, this massive expansion. But when that happens, of course, the elastic can snap right back, and there's the contraction of the fear or the doubt. So let's say maybe you signed a whole bunch of clients, or you sold a whole bunch of services, or you have this beautiful conversation with a new lover or friend, but then maybe the ego creeps in, is, what about this? What about this? What about this? And that's how I kind of feel like Thursday could be if we're not careful, because we have the moon making that conjunction to Saturn. Saturn slows things down, restricts us. And we also have the moon making a square to Uranus. So just be aware of your thoughts, because now we have 4 planets in air signs. So if we're allowing one thought or one person's opinion or one piece of advice derail us, that's where all the blessings and all the success of the week, of the year, of the month, whatever that is for you, you don't want to allow one little thing to berate you and to diminish all the hard work that you've done. So just be mindful on Thursday. It's also a good energy, in my opinion, to revise, because we do have the moon making that trine to Mercury retrograde. So maybe you have a reason to maybe feel a little bit anxious, or just want to make sure everything is ready to go to sign that contract, to make sure that you are ready to proceed in work, in love, and health. But there may be one piece of the puzzle that you just want to double check that it fits nicely, or to get a second opinion. I think there might just be the Saturn wants you to be diligent, and then Mercury retrograde is like, let's just double check this one final time. That could just be an energy that we're dealing with on Thursday. So if you feel called to do so, I would encourage that revision and getting an extra pair of eyes or a second opinion accordingly. When we move to Friday, this is one of the best days of the week, in my opinion. We still have Venus making a separating sextile to Saturn. The moon is exactly conjunct with Jupiter in Aquarius. And then we also have the moon making a trine to the sun and Mars. Shine, be happy, be social, go out. Also, for those of you that work in social media or have an audience, this is a great time to disseminate and share knowledge, promote a sale. Also, buy something on sale is coming through as well. If there's been a ticket item that you want or just something that comes through, and if there was a big win that you got to celebrate on Wednesday, treat yourself. This could also just be great news around money and fertility and just positive news making its way to you. And you just may want to celebrate that with someone special to you or honoring yourself. It's one of the best days of the week, and just in terms of everything being easy and joyful and benevolent, especially for those of you watching with dominant air energy. Like we have the moon conjunct Jupiter, all making a trine to the sun. You cannot mess this day up. This gets to be enjoyable. And this is a great time to flex your manifestation skills with your affirmations, with your mindsets, and also going back to the intentions that you set at the beginning of the week. And again, maybe some freedom and opportunity that comes with those intentions, with freedom also being a through line that I wanted us to look at and explore this week. Saturday, we do have both Mars and the sun making that trine to Jupiter. Jupiter likes to expand things or give multiple options. So it could also just be maybe even your ego being like, I can do anything. I'm getting all this praise. I'm getting all this attention. Look at me go. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes you're allowed to relish and enjoy everything that life has to offer. I will say we have the moon in Pisces making a square to Venus. So even for me, this could be like, there's a lot of offers around you, but emotionally, you know, you need to take care of a few things, or maybe you got this beautiful job offer, but that also means you have to resign from your current job or have those negotiations with both jobs at the same time. And I'm also just getting to potentially around love and commitment. And maybe now you want to change the terms and conditions of your relationship, and you know what's going to be best for you. But the reciprocating party, whether it's friends, families, lovers, colleagues, whatever that may be, they're like, what do you mean that you want to change how you approach this relationship? I thought everything was good. But now that you've leveled up, you want to approach that relationship in a different way. And with the moon squaring Venus, it's kind of trusting your intuition, especially with the moon in Pisces, even though this may have been fun or adventurous or what you both agreed on in the past. Now you really have to honor the growth and where you're going, especially with the dominant air and Aquarius energy that we've been working with this week. And now the moon in Pisces, please, 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 always. But both of those signs for me, it's a really deep spiritual connection, honoring your intuition, tapping into the collective energy. And if it's not what you want, that's okay. But you probably will have to approach that. And this can also just be your own energy and your own belief system around what it means to love, receive love. What does that mean in all aspects of your life? And just having that conversation either with yourself and or with the reciprocating party in your life at that time. Because we end off the week with this really dreamy moon conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So this is the ultimate rest, relax, have a trip, go on a journey, curl up with a good book, play with your animals, pets, go for a walk, get lost. This is the time where literally the universe is like, take a step back and dream. Take that bubble bath, have a beautiful time with a lover or a partner, bake, a beautiful pastry or cookies or a cake. It's just allowing yourself to get lost and to dream really big. And given that we have the full moon coming up next week, this may even be a nice time to revise, or maybe you received a big promotion or a new offer of love, or engaging with a new lover, or just accomplish a significant goal. And now you get to recalibrate and being or asking yourself, what's next? What's the next level? What's the next step? And so it can be more passive with this moon conjunct Neptune of just allowing yourself to enjoy the ride. Or if you want to be more active, of just sitting down and mapping out new goals and new energies that you want to engage in. So when we do have the full moon happen next week, we can allow any fear, doubts to be removed to allow for that expansion accordingly. But I do want to reiterate that a lot of people have been feeling tired and drained. So if that's you, you are not alone. Take the beginning of this week to get grounded and to set very clear intentions. And one of my favorites, like I said, is the belief that everything is already working out in my favor, anchoring in joy and gratitude, and allowing the waves throughout the week to just splash and to bless you in your favor every single day. And this is something that I'm sure if you just study energy, if you study astrology, just life in general, there's always periods of expansion and contraction. And we just saw day by day how there's beautiful days for expansion and there's days where you may have to revise, or there is a more contractive energy, and that's okay. But knowing ahead of time when to expect that, you can trust your intuition when it says, go, this is a great time to expand and to work and to connect. And those days, like especially Sunday with that moon Neptune conjunction in Pisces, that's a day where you just get to rest and enjoy every single second of it, like eating that Kit Kat bar with your cat or catching up on a Netflix show that's always been on your mind. And once you get to really understand that and trusting your intuition and then pairing it with whatever spiritual tool or astrology in this case, it just amplifies your own intuitive practice on how to navigate these waves and these energetic shifts in the future. Okay. So let me know in the comments what you're excited for, or if there were certain revelations that came through last week and you wanted to share stories of how that manifested, what we're claiming for this week, or what we're manifesting, especially with the beautiful transits that we already saw. And of course, be sure to like, subscribe for more regular astrology content. If there's anything else that you're curious about or have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. All right. Have a beautiful week and I shall see you next week. Bye.